Anyway, we've got 11 turns until we can start building the Great Library, and we want to be as quick as we can on that. Now, one option to help us is to get a granary to really pump the what do you call it? The population of our city as high as we can, which gives us more people to work with. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and build a worker as quickly as I can, because then what I can do is I can begin to cut down trees in order to rush the Great Library, which we want to do. There's no point going for the Great Library and missing it. That would be the worst case scenario here. So we're going to try and avoid that. See how it goes. Okay. I'm just trying to work out which of those two tiles it would be better to put our first settler on. I think it would probably be on the wine tile itself. Yes, we won't be able to improve it, but the improvement only puts an extra gold on a wine tile. I'm not overly fussed about that. And we can still cut down all of this forest, and it's 5 tiles away from our city instead of 4, so it's sort of marginally optimal. I think 5 tiles is going to be a good one for us. We're going to try and have a few cities. We're not going to go super wide, but with India's ability, we may as well just have as many cities as we can get away with. So we're probably looking, it depends on the terrain, and we can probably get 1 here, maybe 1 down here, 1 or 2 up here, maybe 4 or 5. We'll start with 3, see if we can get 3 cities going, and then we'll go from there. We don't want to rush building too many cities too quickly with India, because with the 6 unhappiness penalty for building a new city, it can really, really hit us at the start of the game. So we need to be careful on that. Now you can see already here, we're going to have 31 turns before we grow. We've got a very high production area, but not very high food. So I'm going to step in now, and I'm going to see if I can, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice any early game growth. I know it's not a very good long-term strategy, but we're going to try and get that worker out as quickly as we can in order to get the library going as quickly as we can. Now, the Great Library is going to be difficult to get. I'm fully expecting that we may not get this, especially with... Oh, hello, Colombo. We may not get it with the computer on Emperor. I can't actually remember playing a game of Emperor in a little while, actually. So I think it's pretty quick to get the Great Library there. So if we don't get it, then we can rush by a library instead as a sort of a... Ooh, Indonesia, hello. We can rush by a library if we need to. Now, China is obviously going to be a little bit warlike. We need to be careful of them, especially on a higher difficulty. They didn't attack us in the last game, but they could well have done. Washington as well. I have mentioned this before. No, I'm going to trade you an embassy, I think. I'm going to be all friendly later. No, just wait 2 turns. Wait 2 turns. I mean, all of these guys have writing. That's worrying. That is really worrying. That probably means that these guys already have... they've already started the Great Library, probably. So what we're going to do is we'll unlock writing, and then we will trade embassies for everyone really quickly. And we will just take a quick look and see who has started and who hasn't. Hello, Prague. Oh, I love having... If we're playing friendly, and we're going to be playing diplomatically as well, I love starting next to a cultural city-state. That is the jackpot of city-states. It really helps you get as many social policies as you can at the beginning of the game. Right, so as we were saying, we're going to very quickly trade embassies with everyone. So Washington does not have writing yet. Okay, so Washington will not be making the Great Library. We will trade one for Gajar. Gajar. Oh god, more pronunciation problems here. Okay, so the embassy, so they are sort of in whereabouts is this? Just past the Middle East, isn't it? So this is going to be sort of going into... It's not quite over to Thailand, but it's probably maybe Burma sort of area. Can't quite place it just with that little amount, really. Again, we can't see the Great Library being built. I think normally you can see the Great Library through the fog. I checked that, and I think you can. Let's just get an embassy with China quickly. Please don't kill me, China. I don't have a memory. Okay, these guys are over in where Moscow is, roughly. And again, we could be okay. We might be okay, guys. Right, let's try this. We need to get mining as quickly as we can so we can start to chut down the trees. And we'll go from there. Now, I was saying, Washington, I've mentioned America before. America screws me over every game I play with them without remorse. I don't know what it is about America, and I don't know what I've done to them in a past life, but they will just dick me over. If you don't mind me using such horrible languages, they really do. They pick on me. I remember I was playing one game as Babylon. Babylon of all people. I had out-teched them at the start of the game. I was doing well. I had at least 2 or 3 great scientists out. Okay, building the Great Library, 24 turns. Ooh, we might be fine. We might be okay. So so that was all fine. We were doing okay. And America he kept attacking me, and he got his Minuteman, which I think is the rifleman upgrade, about whenever it would have been in the game, 1200, 1400. I'm not so sure, can't remember off the top of my head when they pop in. Probably about 1500, a bit later actually. And he just wouldn't let off, and as soon as he got those Minutemen, I couldn't stop him. And this was only on King. I don't know what was going on. I don't know why I moved into that. Right, I'm moving to this forest, and I'm just going to wait and cut down the forest as soon as I can. I don't have another forest bit. I thought this citrus might be a forest, but I don't think it is. We might have to... Let's just check again on these guys. Are they building the Great Library? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. I think if we just rush for it, we might be okay. Just wait there for a second. Okay. The only bits I'm really worried about scouting at this precise moment is just the coast around where we are. As I say, we're going to be getting all of our cities on or near the coast. I think that's the best place for us to be. Ooh, barbarians in Scandinavia. Vikings much? Again, hopefully Denmark won't be here with a memory. Okay, I think I'm gonna move my warrior back towards my base now. It's gonna take too long. Let's open the tech tree. I think what have we got? I think we've got citrus and silk and wine. That's all calendar stuff. So let's upgrade the calendar. And this is good actually, because we can rush straight towards philosophy and get the National College as quickly as we can. That'll really give us some bonus science. Okay, 20 production to the nearest city. Tasty. Very tasty indeed. Now, hopefully, we'll get another forest pretty soon. It's going to go straight for that one, but we can actually forcibly buy another tile if we need to. Right, I'm just moving warrior straight back here. Now, some of you might be wondering why I don't keep auto end turn on, and that's because I am in constant fear that by pressing auto end turn, I'll miss something and I will screw up the game somehow. I've done it before where you technically your people don't they don't need to move, but you'll oh, what am I even saying, man? You'll have something where you could move somebody if you needed to, but you forget to. Oh, hang on, look at that. This is the bonus that people... This is what I don't kind of like about high difficulty modes in Civ, is that all it does is it gives the computer a very strong beginning of the game bonus, but it wears off really quickly. I know if you put it on Immortal or Deity, the bonus does stick around for a bit longer, but it's a bit annoying. I wish they could have done it a bit better, to be honest. Yeah, because on Immortal and Deity, I think it improves the amount of... or decreases the amount of food. Yep, let's have a declaration of friendship. Wonderful. It decreases the amount of food that cities have to get to grow, I think, by quite a considerable amount. I think on Deity, they've only got to get 55% growth or something. It's always pretty impressive. Now, Prague we're going to keep an eye on. Prague is our... Actually, Colombo as well would be pretty good. Are either of them hostile? None of them are hostile either. They could be good allies to have. Bit of early game happiness, which would really help India get that second city down. We're pretty close to the second city. We're going to get our second settler very soon. And to explain why I said I was bringing my warrior down and then proceeded to stop him from going down, I'm just aware that I'm going to get that bonus settler in 2 turns. So my settler will be coming round here in order to settle on this wine tile. So I'm just waiting with my warrior there to sort of escort him. Chances are, knowing my luck, they'll have put a bunch of barbarians on that little bit. And here he is. Hello. Hello, Mr. Settler. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's move you to there first. Okay. All of these places actually, I might put, yeah, a city on this coast would probably be quite handy. Probably get another city in Scandinavia, a city up here. As long as we're hugging the coast, we should be able to just ferry food between our cities, and that would be really handy. We can get, especially with India, as soon as we go past population 6, if you remember I was saying in my first video, as soon as you get past population 6, you can get some real growth going in India with very little unhappiness penalty at all. Now, we don't have any immediate need for any luxury resources. We probably should get archery as a defense, otherwise the computer might steamroll us. So I'm going to get archery before I focus on philosophy to get the National College. Now, a lot of people will insist on going straight to construction, I think, to get the composite bowman, but we're gonna take a chance that the computer is not going to kill us that quickly. See how that works for us, shall we? Okie dokie. I may as well just go and improve that citrus for now. 8 turns for Great Library. Are they building the Great Library yet? Oh, you see, maybe we can't see it if they're building it, which, if that's true, I've suddenly got a lot of fear now. Oh, God. I mean, at the moment, I'm on turn to complete it by turn 39. I don't think that's too slow, really. I would have said that was pretty good. Who knows? Plantation extra gold. You see, this is what I mean. It's not actually that useful an improvement. I mean, extra gold is always useful. Don't get me wrong, but maybe not as useful as it could be. In terms of early game gold, we could save it up and buy more settlers, but I think it probably would be better to have little gifts to Prague. Get ourselves friendly with Prague as soon as possible. I mean, the 3 culture per turn at the beginning of the game is such a massive improvement. They actually desire a trade route. You see, I don't want to do that because I want to buy cargo vessels with all of my... Oh, sorry, having a little Cassius moment. I want to save for cargo vessels, really. I want to be a trader of the sea rather than some you know, camel wielding caravan dude. That sounds like a thing. Colombo wants Prague bullied. Now get along, guys. Come on. I don't want you fighting. There's no reason to fight. Okay. We're going to get to philosophy now. As I said, the quicker we can get the National College going, the better. Ta-da! Second city. And here we go. We've already caught up with people a little bit. Now you can see we've already gone into unhappiness here, so we're not going to be building a second city for a little bit. This is kind of in Gibraltar. It's in Spain. It's a canal. The Great Ryan Canal. Oh, it doesn't fit. The Great Ryan Canal. Let's see if that fits. No! No! That's so close. The Cool Ryan Canal. There we go. That'll take one letter. One letter less, but it fits in. That's all that we need. Okay, again, we're gonna start on Monument, and I think we'll go straight to Granary in both. See if we can get a bit of after I built the Great Library, we'll get a Granary going in both. And I'll get a library going here. Hopefully I'll be able to build all of those by the time we can build a National College. And I'll build a National College and finish doing that before we have to worry about building a third city, I think.